This is Binondo, once the cultural and commercial capital of the Philippines, a vibrant crossroad of the past, the present, and the future. 400 years of history condensed into 1 square kilometer of territory. This is Binondo, where Philippine history comes alive. Binondo was established on the hilly terrain across the Pasig River from Intramuros in Manila. It is 1 square kilometer in size and includes such places as Ongpin Street, Binondo Church, Plaza Cervantes, and Old Escolta. One can reach it via jeepney, taxi, or through the Carriedo station of the light railway transit.
Binondo was founded in 1594 when Governor General Dasmariñas bought this land for the Chinese converts.
Binondo is a byproduct of integration, cultural transformation, religious syncretism.
Binondo was the commercial center,
the central hub for commerce in our city,
where different kinds of people from different parts of the world congregated.
The blending of the two cultures, that's a uniqueness.
It was maybe what you could call a cosmopolitan place.
The Chinese have long established trade relations with the various coastal villages of what was to become the Philippines.
Well, the earlier records about the Chinese presence here were as traders. They brought in products of their rich culture. They traded, for example, ceramics.
They had businesses in various trades, not just retail. A lot of them were actually into service, like opening restaurants, barber.
Binondo was filled with shops.
Very high-quality trade wares, celadon, blue and white mingwares. Many things that made life easier were brought in by the Chinese.
Chinese and other Oriental products arrived in massive quantity at the port of Manila and were transported by galleons to Acapulco in Mexico and finally to Spain and Europe. It was the beginning of the first global commerce linking Asia, America, and Europe.
The foundation for Binondo's success was the galleon trade.
Well, it is not by accident that most of the middle class, the ilustrados so-called, were Chinese mestizos.
I think the success of Binondo did create a middle class.
You combine the hard work, the business sense, the frugality of the Chinese with the Filipinas who would own the land. Then you have a very powerful force that would help spur the economy.
In the 19th century, also, Spain opened up the country more and more by allowing foreign investors to come in. And so in the 19th century, you see this shift to the Philippine economy becoming an export-oriented economy.
After the Philippine Revolution, the next chapter in Binondo history would provide a glimpse of a golden age.
Binondo became the showpiece of American modernity in the Far East.
And so for the Chinese, one could call the American colonial period as the golden, quote-unquote, era in terms of economic success.
The newest innovations, for example, in building technology, were first introduced in Binondo.
There was more economic freedom or liberalization of the economy.
So many of the well-off and rich people of Manila would go to Escolta and shop there.
Escolta at that time was the Makati of today, the financial center.
So actually, it was the Bond Street of Manila, of the Philippines.
One could say that Binondo continued to flourish during the American colonial period.
World War II and eventual Philippine independence would change everything.
Parts of it, of course, were destroyed because Binondo Church was destroyed. The plaza around Binondo was destroyed. Part of Quiapo was destroyed.
Despite the destruction, Binondo would recover and to some extent regain its unique place in Philippine history.
That is the uniqueness of Chinatown. It has gone through different phases in its history, both good and bad. And the product is essentially the very unique Chinoy culture that was founded, that was rooted, in its very confines for the last 4 centuries.
Binondo has changed and will continue to change. The Chinese Filipinos remained, and their culture stayed with them. Today, this identity suffuses modern Binondo, as it proudly displays its being a synthesis of the Chinese, Western, and Filipino cultures. From the architecture, to the festivals, to the food, Binondo retains the hallmarks of its heritage. The Chinatown Museum proudly offers a glimpse into this heritage and offers you a gateway into the heart of Binondo, the heart of Manila.